$927 million. Just 3 days of work and Spider-Man's already raking it in. Let's break down where all those digits came from. But first, let that number sink in. $927 million. You know what's crazy about this number? It's not just a big deal for Marvel. It's a big deal for you too. Think about it. That's almost $1 billion in one weekend. That's like every single person in North America buying a ticket to the movies twice. Okay, maybe not exactly, but it gives you an idea of how massive this opening is. And let that sink in. $927 million is what some people spend on their entire house. Now we're getting somewhere. North America just dropped $355 million over that opening weekend. That's a huge chunk of change, and it's clear why this Spider-Man is swinging its way to a record-breaking global total. This number is more than half of the global total we're looking at here. Now we know what Spider-Man's aiming for. And let that sink in. $1,220 million, the record it's chasing from Endgame's 2019 opening weekend. That's a big target, but here's the thing. With a global opening of nearly $1 billion already, this web-slinger is getting close to swinging into history. Here's what I love about this number. Thursday preview night gross comes in at $74.5 million. And let that sink in, because it's already giving us a strong indication of how well this movie is going to do over the weekend. That kind of momentum can be a reel for a film's overall box office performance. Now we're getting somewhere. With a reported production budget of $225 million, you can start to see just how much money was riding on this film's success. And let that sink in. It's going to take Spider-Man raking in at least $700 million worldwide to break even, which is still a long way off from the $927 million opening weekend we're looking at here. Let's take a look at this chart of biggest worldwide opening weekends ever. You can see it's got a pretty clear upward trend here, with one major dip in the middle. That's because Spider-Man just had the second biggest opening weekend ever, but it's still chasing Endgame's record. The shape of this chart tells you that box office numbers have been steadily increasing over time, with some big exceptions. Let's take a look at where that $927 million opening came from. The chart shows us how much of that total came from different regions around the world. Overall, it's a pretty steady upward trend here. We're talking about a big jump in international markets, but North America is also contributing significantly to this massive number. Let's look at the numbers. Now we've got some context. Let's put this number into perspective. We're talking about a global opening weekend of $927 million. That's amount, and I'll be honest, it's not far off from breaking the record held by Endgame in 2019. But here's what gets me. With a reported production budget of $225 million and marketing spend also at $225 million, Spider-Man is already looking like a safe bet to break even, estimated to do so around $700 million. Endgame's record breaker. Now, I know what you're thinking. What does this mean for your wallet? Well, let me put it this way. If you're one of the millions who flock to see it, chances are you've already helped Spider-Man break, even on its production and marketing costs. That estimated break-even point is $700 million. But with a global opening weekend like this, it's likely they'll be raking in profits for weeks to come. And there you have it, folks. Spider-Man's swinging its way into box office history. That's the math nobody shows you. But we're here to crunch those numbers and give you the real story behind the blockbuster. Now that you've seen the web-slinger in action, don't get tangled up in the details. Subscribe to The Numbers for more behind-the-scenes breakdowns and expert analysis.